Hello, YouTube. Happy holidays. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. It is December and we're wrapping up 2021. And wow, what a year it's been. What a last few years it's been. Now, look, I'm gonna make this video. I could be doing an I told you so dance, but to be honest, there's not much good feeling in seeing people lose money. And man, people have been losing money like there's no tomorrow. I think back to when I started this channel about, I don't know, 18 months ago. The number one reason I started this channel was because I had young sons who were following and watching other, I'm going to gently say, chuckleheads talk about sports cards and tell them all the money they were going to make. And at the time, the market was booming and people were making money, and it was hard to say, hey, caution, but with this grade comes experience, and experience tells me nothing lasts forever, and you have to look at why things occur, right? So I'm not here to talk about why. I just want to reflect on where we are and talk about where I think we're going. I do still like sports cards a lot. I still love them. My perspective on them has changed a lot. I definitely do not spend as much money on them as I used to. If you follow my channel, I actually prefer the NFTs right now. And I'll talk a little bit about that, whether you are an NFT person or not. I go back to what someone told me a long time ago: collect what you love, really. Also, remember, collectors don't collect items for profit. That's not the motive behind collecting. There's other reasons why we collect. The people who take advantage of those who collect can profit off of them, and that's fine. That's that's kind of the way the world works. But remember, all collections typically end with somebody keeping that and not trying to profit off it. So I think maybe I'm most frustrated with those who misled us with terms like market cap of a card. That's just bollocks. It's just bullshit. I mean, I won't again get on my soapbox and talk about it. Let me go ahead here. I do want to jump into and just kind of share what I'm seeing in the marketplace. Now, first thing, again, I could do a quick I told you so dance on this right here. Look at this. Giannis, $1,200. Giannis at $1,200. We're going to pull a chart up on Giannis there while that's loading. I just want to say, I was telling you guys a long time ago, that card should never be a $2,000 card. That card's closer, should be, I think I did a video saying that card should be closer to $800. And I did call earlier in this year. I said by the end of this year, that card would touch around $1,500 lower. And here we are at $1,200. I mean, can I get some props for that? Can I get a thank you for that one? Because I'm telling you, I'm a little shocked at $1,200 right now in December, but I don't see any strength in that. I mean, to be honest, he can go ahead and win the championship. Who gives a poop? It's a freaking base card, dude. Now, that's the problem I really think that people don't realize, is that what made this sport, what regenerated the hobby after the boom of the 1990s was the introduction of rarity in the form of autographs and game-worn relics. Like, I was at the game, and that's the piece of the jersey that he wore when he won the championship. And we watered that down, okay? We watered that down till we switched autographs for shiny cards and for numbered cards. Just because some idiot in a factory's put a number on it doesn't make it exclusive, especially when the idiot uses the same one on 10 different examples, right? 10 different gold cards numbered to 10. So you have 100 of them. Again, I don't want to sit here and rant. I just want to share with you. Look at these numbers. Again, another thing I'm going to point out real quick, I'm using market movers here. I'm a market movers user. Why am I using market movers? Because there's no predicting scores in here, right? There's no mention of market cap of the card. At least I haven't seen them add market cap. I could be wrong. It just, and I'm probably wrong on that now I think about it. But anyway, it's just giving me eBay data. And the eBay data is telling me it's red. Look at this red data. In the last 90 days, 30, 40, 50% losses, 40, 60% losses. This is Patrick Mahomes. This card has been on a roller coaster. I mean, let me just ask you this. Are you thinking at 362, man, this is a great buy because it's going back up? Not me. Not me. I'm not. I wouldn't touch these cards. I'm sorry, man. I know there's a lot of my friends who watch this video, and you guys are in the card industry and you make your living off of it. And I want you to keep making your living off it. But I said this before, we need to correct the behavior. We need to weed out the weak of the herd, right? We need to weed out the, what's a nice word I'm looking for? The bad people in the hobby. And you know what I mean, who they are. Those who are not here to help the hobby, but only here to profit and take money from the hobby. We got a little green here. These are some baseball, I think. And these are also in this is the PSA top 10,000. These are over 10,000 men. Look at this. Morant has 19,000. He's at 173. But long-term strength has been weak, right? Morant's got some, and so does Soto. But still, those numbers are down over their overall highs. Just blows my mind. And going down here, these are just general players I follow as specific cards. But look at the red on these guys. red, 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 red. What did they do wrong? Like Stephen Curry, he's got some green, but again, that's only 16% over the last 90 days. So not as strong as you like. Now, here's some other things I want to quickly share with you. I love, let's go back here. Look, here's our Giannis. Is this our Giannis? 19. When did it just dive? Okay, so it's around 16, 15, and it just recently dived? Interesting. Well, I got to assume it's going to pick up from 12 there. It can't hang at 12, right? Can it? Can it really hang at 12? I still think it's a $1,500 card by the end of the month. So maybe you can make $300 on it. Again, if you can flip it and sell it to somebody else who wants to buy the card. But anyway, Star Stock. I love Star Stock. Been using Star Stock for over a year, got a year and a half. I signed up with Star Stock, one of the very first people. But this is, to me, alarming. Look at these massive hits in their indexes. This is the NFL index. It's the heat of the NFL season. We're at the end of the regular season, going to the playoffs. There's no reason for it to be down like that. Look at that brutal. I mean, look at that, dude. Now, this thing started in May. Okay, so it's not even a full year. That's from last spring around the draft, when the hype of the draft, to right now. All we've seen is this go down. Down, down, down. And that's a huge dive there. That's one of the biggest dives yet, 130 points. And I'll tell you, I wouldn't touch any of these cards. First of all, still in my opinion, the rookies, their good cards aren't out yet, right? I mean, we don't have any Prism out. We don't have any Optic. We don't have any Contenders. And tons of their college cards. And last year's quarterbacks and the previous quarterbacks are just not playing as well as people thought. Like Josh Allen, look, the dude might not even see that. Probably will not see a Super Bowl, right? Just won't. Lamar is Lamar. Okay, I won't even go there. But you should have sold Lamar 2 years ago. Kyle, again, nice player. We'll see how he does. Baker Mayfield. Anybody who bought Baker last year, you've got to be sick to your stomach. This guy is going to struggle to re-sign with the Browns. He'll probably get a lower contract. Burrow has got some upside, but just my goodness, the bombing. Okay. Baseball. This is the offseason. You really wouldn't expect much change, but it is still down. I think the important thing to point out is it's still down almost half from its start there in March. Almost half. And I'll tell you, I actually think I'd touch baseball cards before I would football. Not a fan of football. Football does not hold its values. I've said this before. Football is an American-only sport. Most of the world doesn't care about football, right? A lot of the big money that holds basketball up is coming from outside the United States. Speaking of basketball, NBA. Down 2. How does this happen? Down a third. I don't know what to say. I mean, I had to make this video, and I'm not really, I know people are thumbing down at me and all that stuff. That's fine. But look, if the one thing you know about my channel, guys, I've always been honest with you. I've always told you what I'm thinking. I've told you why I'm thinking. I've told you what to think about. I've always been the contrarian. And it's funny, my numbers have shown it, right? I don't have the best subscribers, the most views every now and then. Every now and then I get a great video takes off, but most people don't want to hear what I'm saying. I mean, look at Luka. Jeez, this Christmas. I remember in Luka. Yeah, look at that. It was in the 3s, 5s. Remember when Luka was in the 500s? $800. You can get a base now for 170 because a PSA 10 is not going to pull the same money it used to pull. Are these are I believe those are the Star Stock A's. Yeah. So if that was a PSA 10, I'm crying. That can't be the case. My sons are still bitter of this. That's another thing. I think this whole last 2 years, the whole greed and money, that was never around when I was a kid. Like there was a talk of the cards worth money, but you really couldn't liquidate it. Now, I think this has really soured a bunch of people, man. I really do. There's other things out there for people to be distracted with. I want to point out lastly, Card Ladder, who is now part of the Collectors Universe empire, doesn't even have their index here anymore. Maybe they're hiding it. Maybe it's for members only. I couldn't find it. I did want to pull it up because I think it's interesting. Again, their index is very clever, the way they skew the numbers, right? Are they still doing the, excuse me, sorry about that, predictive pricing? Used to have predictive pricing. Score, market cap, yeah, whatever, dude. I will say I do applaud them. They took basically nothing and made probably a couple $1 million out of it. So congrats. You've got to applaud. You can hate the game, but don't hate the players, right? You know, the players are just doing the game. And the game, these are the way the rules are. You can foul, go foul. Go hard to the hole, man. Anyway, I've ranted enough. And again, guys, I just want to do this video. I do hope it's my update video and just kind of where the market is going into the end of the year. What do I suspect will happen? More of the same. More of the same. The reason I say that is January, February, March are not rebounds. I don't know why everybody's like, well, it's quiet during the holidays, but in January, things pick up. They're full of shit, dude. January is typically one of the slowest times in the economy, period, because people are rebounding from the holidays. Whether it's the restaurant industry, it's the slowest time. It's just a slow time typically. I suspect baseball will bring some rejuvenation. Here's what I think you look for. I think Fanatics will buy Topps in the spring and release some products which will get some people excited. And I think that's a good thing. I will say I think Topps is absolutely the worst run company in this space and should be put out of business pretty quickly. I mean, it's not just in their products, it's in their NFTs, their execution, their strategy, their lack of communication. It's just a terribly mismanaged company. And I have to say it was from the top down because a lot of those employees, I think, got blindsided with the license agreement that changed in the fall, and it wasn't their fault. So anyway, I expect more of the same. I don't look for a recovery to the sports card industry until there is a consolidation. And I do mean when Fanatics has all the licenses, I think things will be different. I still think it's fun to buy, and I still check the retail rack. If I can find something in retail that I like, I'll pick it up. There are a few hobby boxes that I try to target that I'll probably buy one or two just because I like hobby boxes. And I'll continue doing that in products like Prism, Contenders, Optic. Those are things that I like, you know. But I'm not doing that at all for a profit or a goal of flipping them and holding sealed wax or making money. I'm doing all that because I enjoy the hobby. I will say, and I've said this before, I am seeing growth in the NFT space. Now, not in NFTs in general. I do think NFTs in general are going through their own correction. And I have a video on my other channel about that. But I do think, like I'll say right now, I really, really am enjoying the Panini NFTs because I like the comfort of the Panini products that I'm used to playing with or collecting and buying. But I really like the digital version. And to me, they're more affordable, right? I can get several packs of Color Blasts that I could never, I can't get one. You have to buy a case to get a Color Blast in a physical product. So I really like that accessibility. I'm not doing it for profit. I'm not encouraging any of you to go do it. If you like physical cards, keep doing physical cards. Leave the NFTs for me. But I will say, I think what Panini's doing there is smart. I think it will help them in the long run, right? I'm not worried about Panini as a company. I actually think Panini, if they're smart, and I do think they are very smart, they're not going to take an acquisition offer from Fanatics or anybody. They can continue in the sticker market worldwide. And I think in the Panini NFTs, they can do really well. Again, if I said this before, you sell a physical product once, an NFT, you get paid for every transaction. And a lot of other NFT projects are coming online. I think what Panini should do is add redemptions into their NFT products. Like, for example, when you open a pack, maybe you can get a redemption for a box of cards, right? Or a case or something. That'd be really cool chases if I was opening NFT packs to collect NFTs and potentially get a redemption. And I'm going way too long on this video than I want to. I'll just say last thing. I really like what Funko has done with those redemption NFTs. I'll leave it at that, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you made this long, feel free to give me a middle finger. Tell me to go F myself, whatever it is you feel like doing today. Or if you got some positive feedback, hey, love to hear it too. What will I be doing? Oh, you'll hear from me. I'm not gone. I'll be around. Got some more stuff coming on this channel. But just kind of enjoying the end of 2021. I hope you are as well. Have a happy, happy holiday. And I hope you all stay healthy, happy, and wise. Treat people the way you want to be treated. That's the golden rule.